Good morning. Welcome back to Without Any Reason. Well, let's just take a look at this map of the Gaza Strip. Now, I don't know how any of us can do this, but originally they asked the Palestinian people to move south of some line here. There's a river, so that they could get the innocents out of the way. And then they had 2 routes supposedly safe that they could move through. But out of 2 million people, nobody moved. So I'm almost in a belief that these horrible people are using the populace as shields. So they can't travel within the Gaza Strip. Now, if I was going to, I don't know what 100 million is worth nowadays, but well, sweetie, what do you think? I'm starting to act like Biden, forgetting what I was saying. Well, this is what I'm talking about. He is going to give $100 million in relief aid for Gaza, but anything sent into that strip is like helping the enemy. Feed them peanuts. Give them walnuts, and then I'll be greedy, looking for more. You know, maybe you could get them back far enough. There's like a patrol gate here and here. There's a few of them. I can't mark them out exactly. But the Israelis could send some sort of leaflet out, put on a blue and white ribbon, and if you, with you, also your Palestinian colors, I don't really care, but some sort of identifying mark that anybody coming across the border has to proceed to some sort of search, and then they could be evacuated into a humanitarian relief area with, tent city. I mean, we could even pull in a hospital ship. See, they couldn't get the people out of the hospital. We can't move them. We'll give them a place to move them to some sort of military hospital. I don't know, but we need to get the innocents out. Because I think they're under duress and they're being forced by people with guns. And see, that's what will happen to America. If we take our guns away, then the citizens can't fight whatever horrible government is in there. And that's why we have the Second Amendment right to self-defense and to keep and bear arms. And that's what makes our country great. And so, if they get hungry enough, thirsty enough, and cold enough, and they want to live, they'll put on this little marker that says I surrender and come across the line. See, now this is a God-fearing country, and I don't know how to say that. I'll call it good-fearing, the fear of acting evil. And so they never want to be represented as committing an evil act, even though the acts of war are completely evil. Well, let's lure them out with a candy bar. There's probably no reason for that event to happen. However, I believe that the world is looking at some events that are unpleasant. Yesterday I kind of gave an objective opinion, which would be without any of my independent analysis or opinion. Today I might want to be a little subjective in that there were some announcements yesterday that Biden released $100 million to Palestine. All right, I want to see the innocent Palestine people protected from, I might call it, duress. If Hamas has all the guns and all the people are being forced to become human shields, then I'm not sure what Israel can do. I think that the United States should have used the $100 million to set up a refugee camp in Israel if Israel doesn't want to just kill Palestinians, which I don't think they do because they believe in an entity of good. You know, that's what I believe in, that I like to call it the God of nature, you know.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Well, I put that out there. But remember, we, the people, are in charge, and we should use our government to try and express a peaceful resolution to the problems that are going on over there in Israel. And I would like to thank anybody that subscribes to my channel. Like, subscribe, comment, pass it on. But talk to your congressman. Talk to, we the people need to rise up and force our government to do the honorable thing. And I don't want to see murder of innocent children of any race, creed, color, or nationality, religious group, whatever. I just don't want them to be under the duress of Hamas. Because without that entity, our government isn't even subject to something greater than itself. And without that being there, then our inalienable rights granted to us under the Bill of Rights become invalid. If we have no rights gifted to us by nature, the right to defend ourselves against predators, the right to, someone's trying to kill me, I gotta defend myself. Okay, so I think the $100 million should have been used to set up refugee camps on Israel's side of the Palestinian border, allowing women and children through the lines. I know it's temporary. I don't know what to do. That place is being blown to smithereens. And I would not want my children there. And it's a complex issue when people are brought up from birth to eliminate another type of people. based on religion, sexual preference, or color of their skin. But what I'm afraid will happen is that the people with guns won't allow their human shield to leave. And in that case, all I could say is I think they ought to start at the north and literally bulldoze their way in, and maybe just bulldoze all that rubble that they're creating out into the damn sea, and anybody that they find and can save and move into some sort of camp or transport to the sanctuary. You know, I want to save as many innocent lives as possible. I was watching one thing, and as horrible as it was to hear, and y'all should maybe watch it, not to promote the story on Fox News about the Hamas prince that rejected Hamas and converted to a God-fearing religion, and says we ought to use gas, exterminate them all. Well, I don't think he meant that, because he did say get the women and children out, and maybe men over 50. And I would let anybody come out that was willing to be searched for bombs, what IDs, explosive devices, whatever they're calling them. You know, waving a white flag, you know, the common universal symbol for I surrender. But I really am afraid that they'll be shot like deserters. Hamas will think the innocent running away are deserters because they should stand in front of me and take the bullets so that I can shoot back. What an insane philosophy. I don't understand it. And historically, when they didn't have rockets and bombs and all that, all they had was catapults and swords, you know, laying siege on a castle, starving them out of food and water was the only way to get human beings to submit to the inevitable. Life, where the candy bar is, or meet your maker. I don't know what y'all think. You know, I'm trying to develop a YouTube channel. I'm trying to teach the youth that they could do just about anything to make a channel, and that you could do it inexpensively if they wanted to, and they can voice their opinions because of the free press, freedom of religion, and freedom of speech. However, there are the laws of jurisprudence, good, bad, if it causes mental, physical, or emotional harm, then maybe it shouldn't be allowed. Feed them peanuts and nothing to life they want. Give them walnuts and they'll be greedy, looking for more. Feed them peanuts and nothing to life they want. Give 'em all mess. LBV looking for more. Even a rabbit will bite, kick, and claw when in the clutches of a predator.